Well, it seems like everything's wrapped up in a neat little package, except for the fact that there's 2 episodes left. Uh, okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Immortal Cave and SameWeTrust.blogspot.ca. Spoilers ahead. This is my review of Spilt Milk. Um, this was a very I'm not sure how to feel about this episode because if it wasn't for the fact that I'm looking at the DVD case right now, I'm reaching over to get it. So my voice seemed a little bit quieter there for a second. You might have just heard me opening the case, and I'm looking at it right now. Disc 4, which contains the episodes after Spilt Milk, Continuum of Madness ends. Now, why am I making this big of a deal of this? Well, like I said, spoilers. Kit and Grace are free now because, well, actually, I'll start on a different angle. Lana got out. Mother Superior, I can't think of her name, Claudia. Mother Superior, Sister Claudia, got Lana out. Like, it was one of the first things that happened in the episode, is that they got her out. So, consider me rather... I'm still kind of confused because there's 2 episodes left. I'm really not sure what's going to happen. Lana's out. She didn't go through with the abortion because she decided, like, no more death. After everything that's happened, no more death. She did bring the baby to term, and at the end of the episode, we find out that she didn't want to have anything to do with it, but then she started to breastfeed it, which, considering the episode and considering the fact that we do know that this child will be the next bloody face killer that we've been seeing in the future segments, it's odd. Lana does seem to come off as her behavior makes perfect sense, but at the same time, she does seem to come off very cold about everything. It makes perfect sense, but this is why I said that Sister Jude was my favorite character, and she still is one of my favorite characters. I think Lana might be my favorite character, though. It's between the two, definitely. This is where things start to get kind of weird, though. Because Lana is one of my favorite characters, but at the same time, because of this very light and dark back and forth thing with her, is why I find it so fascinating. Everything she does makes perfect sense, but there are still a few decisions that are kind of off. They're very realistic, which is, again, I'll never... Sans the aliens and the Santa Claus episode, which I still think is silly, and that's about it, actually. Sans those 2 things, I really think that the writing and the acting in this series have been excellent. Would I have done some things differently? Yes, but that's just me. I'm gonna put the case down now. I do like this episode quite a bit. So Lana did get out. She ended up giving the recording to the police. They found out who Bloodyface is. They go to arrest him, and Lana kills him and makes him look like a suicide. Which, again, kind of brings that darker bit of her, that more off bit of her. Which, again, makes perfect sense. It's just that's how I see it, at least. Again, it all makes perfect sense for her to do this, and I'm not saying she shouldn't have. I don't disagree with any of her choices. It's just that it does seem... I don't know, her character, it does make sense for her character, and I don't even know what I'm bitching about. It is just... Her character is very interesting. I'll word it that way. And I do like her character. I do like a lot of the twists and everything with it. Again, I just saw this episode, so I'm still kind of running through a lot of the stuff in my head, which is why sometimes I might sound a little really, really rambly as opposed to mostly rambly. But I do think that if that's the last we see of her, I do think her story was good. Especially when we compare to the situation going on in the future. Though, that doesn't have a ending yet. And considering how much it evolves Lana, I don't think this is the last we're going to see of her just yet. Because they found the actual Bloody Face Killer, Kit went free and basically blackmailed the Monsignor into letting Grace go free as well. Somehow they got their kid back. I don't know how, but I'm not going to argue with anything. They go to the house, and in a moment that makes me still kind of tilt my head as to I don't know what is real. um, uh, they go to their house, they're getting ready, and they see that Alma, his wife, is there with his baby as well. So now, I don't know what's going on, because Grace said she died in the alien ship, but at the same time, I'm still kind of wondering if the aliens are even real. I think is the thing. We'll have to see in the next 2 episodes how everything's gonna go. So this was a very mindfucky episode for that. What else? Yeah, Lana's free. Tried to get Sister Jude free at the same time, but they faked her death and she's in solitary. I'm assuming the next 2 episodes are mostly going to be about her and like wrapping up some of the stuff with the future segments and with possibly with Kit and Alma. I honestly kind of hope they don't touch it though. I honestly really hope that they don't go anywhere near Kit and Alma. I hope that that just stays on that note of, wait, what? Dr. Adler? I can't remember his name. He's still dead. So there's that. The Monsignor is 6 feet deep in shit. What else do we have? Yeah, those. So, yeah, Kit and Grace are free and in a mindfuck situation. Lana's free, had the kid. That's all great. It does kind of make me wonder how the time scale on this series is, actually, now that I think about it, because if the time scale is whacked out enough, and let's say Grace was in solitary during that time and she hallucinated the aliens, then I think there is still a buy-in that the aliens weren't really real. If that is the case, if they do leave it vague enough, then I actually am kind of willing to let that go. What else do we have? Yeah, the aliens, Lana. Sister Jude is not crazy, is not completely permanently damaged. She's staying off the medication, so she's pretty clear, but at the same time being in solitary for as long as she's been, she's a little... I'm very intrigued where this is going to go in the next 2 episodes. I'll word it like that. And I really don't know where this is going anymore. I have to give the show credit. When it started getting routine, and I started feeling like it was starting to get routine, it did completely shift things. Like, Lucifran is still dead. Jude is in solitary. She's doing fine, if a little bit deranged. Kit and Grace are out. Lana's out. Dr. Thredson's dead. So, like, I'm kind of baffled by everything right now, so I'm not really sure where everything's going to go. I'm pretty sure that is going to involve Sister Jude's resolution and possibly a little bit of resolution to some other stuff. But we'll see how this goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next episode, which I believe I saw was called... I can't remember. Anyway, see you then.